What do you think?
What do you think about Joker?
That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Unreal movie, man. I thought it's at least a fucking 8.5 out of 10.
I'll give it like a 9.
You
I don't
know?
even watch Batman. And
Did
shit.
you think it glorified anything?
You know, the thing is, I think it really is gonna make people kind of snap. You know, because like even me watching that movie, like I could kind of like,
go fucked up?
I'd be like, oh, you know what? Like, fuck, maybe I could snap if I had like a few bad days. You
I
know?
literally said that middle of the movie. I was like,
So imagine someone their whole life, right?
Yeah, fuck,
Getting
man.
that.
What do you think's happening in
Yeah.
the States and shit right now, man? It's not like these conspiracy theory killings that like I used to think about. Like, it's actually just people who just had enough. They got access to guns. Like, fuck it, man. My life sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go murk a few people.
Well, so now is it gonna be more of that happening in America?
I think so. Well, I don't know if it'll be more, but like I'd really be interested in seeing like the spike of activity after this movie.
Yeah.
Because in Richmond we had the fucking guy the day after the thing. That guy stole a cop car and was like ripping around the city.
There was a guy with a guy in SFU the other day too.
Yeah, fuck. Is this part of it? Though?
I know there's people in America. They're like, we're gonna wait out a week because there's like people are threatening to go shoot up the movie theaters.
Oh,
Yes.
100%.
Some people are saying pull the movie.
Well, fuck. Like, I mean, from the standpoint, from their environment, you can see where they're coming from, right? But I don't think you can ever really like pull a movie. Overall, sick.
Not that
you know?
type of movie.
I
That
thought
movie
it
was
was,
sick,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, really good, man. He did
Honestly,
a
I
great-
never got into any like these type of movies ever in my life, and these guys like convinced me that I didn't want to go, and then I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
that's a fucking movie.
You think it was better than Heath Ledger's performance?
I never watched the other one.
Really? Fuck.
Like
okay,
I watched it
come
when
on.
I was like a little kid. Like
Come
I don't really
on.
remember.
I think so.
Really? Okay. Wow. I'd say it's like a 1A 1B type of thing.
Yeah. What do you think? You think?
I think it's like I just think they're so sick in their own way.
Yeah.
You know, so I can't really choose. Like Heath Ledger's was good. It's just because it's not as recent
Yeah.
that like you're kind of like.
You think
No,
this
no.
guy will win the what's it called Oscar?
I think,
it should, but
Yeah.
a lot of people are saying it's
like
not gonna
not going
because of the movie itself,
Mm.
right?
I mean, like critics and stuff haven't given it the best rating.
No,
It's
they
mostly
haven't.
been like
I thought it was like half and half.
I don't know. It's like the people's rating. Everyone loves it. You know.
It's a good movie.
pretty
man.
twisted,
It
you
makes
know?
you want to fucking
Yeah.
do some
Do
shit.
some shit. You know. Fuck. And like it's just if you read the comic books, it's all about having that one bad day, like where you continually get rolled. You know.
Yeah.
You got no bitches, you know, you got canned from your job, you know, fucking nothing's
You're
going
a
right.
clown, man.
Yeah, you're a fucking clown.
You're a clown.
And
You
even the
know?
last scene, where
Like,
he
no
was
offense to
sitting
any
there,
clowns.
Yeah.
and he was like, "Man, like you haven't brought me on this show for me. You did it for yourself,
100%.
for your
man.
PR ratings. You're still trying to clown on me,
No.
and yeah, I'm the bad person right now."
Oh, 100%, man. It's a
Yeah,
fucking
it's
weird world, man.
Another
That's
interesting scene. I thought he was gonna shoot himself.
Yeah. that's
well,
what-
yeah, he kind of alluded to that, right?
Yeah.
But then, like, you know, it's a Joker movie, so like, you know, you knew he had to
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah.
I don't think they should make a sequel.
Yeah,
I think they should leave it as it is and fucking, you know, it's
I
just
think
a good
they'd
thing.
mess up the next one.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like they do anything.
Probably. Yeah.
So what else is up, boys? Fucking
Alright, so
us,
here with the former Rap Gods podcast.
Rap Gods podcast.
Now Power
It
Hour
is
with
the
Randy Randall.
Power Hour with Randy Randawa. It's actually so fucking good to be back on the mic. Like, you know, like the second I got in here and like
Yeah.
I see the setup, it's gorgeous. And
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, it's way better than our setup. But like, I'm in here, man. I feel the fucking energy being back on the mic. I'm
How's
loving it.
okay? So what
you
happened?
remember what this guy told us when we started our podcast?
What?
He's like, "We'll be the ones left."
Where's what happened?
So what happened? You know what? Nothing too exciting. Essentially, Jason just didn't feel like doing it anymore. And there's a lot of times that even I, like, you know, I was kind of like, fuck. Like, we took the whole summer off and it was kind of a break.
Yeah.
And
did too, yeah.
we really just wanted to see, like, how much we wanted to get back in. And I've spoken to Jason about it, and, like, he's still with me. Like, he's like, I'm down to produce your show and everything. But he just didn't want to continue being on the mic. I mean, like, he's a professional and he works, like, he has a job, right?
Yeah.
When you got a job, there's like the stakes are a little bit higher of what you can and can't say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me, I work for myself. Fucking, I don't give a shit about anything. Most of the clients that I work with aren't going to be listening to my podcast, so I don't really give a fuck about what I say.
Yeah.
But that's essentially it. He didn't want to continue doing it for a lack of interest, and he has to think about his own career.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I actually really miss it. You know,
Yeah.
it's been difficult.
We all miss it, you know. All the fans probably miss
all
it
of
too.
The therapy.
Did you
know.
feel like it started drying out at the end, or?
You know, the hip hop news really started drying out. They became repetitive. All the stories became
It was very
repetitive,
political.
and it was just kind of like I didn't really look forward to it as much.
Yeah.
You know, whereas like now with kind of like the new concept I'm trying to bring, like where I'm trying to actually like argue with people, you know, it's that I'm a little bit more excited for that. At the same time, it's been fucking impossible to get guests.
Why?
You know, people are giving
scared?
me I don't know what the fuck it is, man. I think people are giving me the runaround. They're like, yeah, we'll come on. But like, as soon as I'm trying to set the dates,
Like, what type of people are you trying to bring on?
you know, I'm targeting, you know, the operating feminist right now. You know, because I want to see if they actually got something to fucking say.
They don't.
Or they're just no, straight the fuck up. I actually want to see if they got something to say, or they're just regurgitating bullshit ideas that they keep fucking hearing. And a lot of the time, I have noticed that because, you know, I've been on dates with girls within the community and shit, and like thinking that they were like this like ultra accepting and like, you know, they knew the real and shit, but like, you know, you spew a little bit of your own bullshit and they're like, well, no, that's actually not how it is. You know, no need to say it didn't work out. She knows who she is.
So you've been getting a little dark on Instagram too.
Yeah, man.
What's
So
that Rupee Core?
yeah, so that is just kind of like the poetry kind of shit.
You should do a spoken word.
Yeah, I prefer to call it spoken word. Passages, not poetry.
But that's something you're relating from your life, right?
Absolutely. They're all, you know, I've had a lot of, you know, experiences in my life of getting rolled by chicks, you know. For every success I've had with a woman, I've had like 20 failures.
Yeah.
Easily. You know? And this kind of just all comes from those experiences. Like you go through a lot, man. Then when you kind of look at it, try to apply like a different lens.
Yeah.
Then you see something that, okay, maybe this is, I can kind of put this out. I'm trying to throw shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And the response has actually been decent. But
any backlash?
Backlash, you know, a few chicks have unfollowed. You know, they're not feeling it, but by that account,
I thought you were talking about hip hop.
So like I've actually noticed that a few girls unfollowed, but like from that thing, I got our boy Bramley the Road to repost me.
He's
and
awesome.
Like from that page. Man, awesome guy. Yeah. Shout out Bramley Road, and he reposted, and then I got like 70, 80 new people that were following, a few girls as well.
Nice.
And it's just kind of like I've been talking shit about putting out a podcast for so long that like I still have nothing lined up, just because people are falling out. Like, you know, they don't want to come onto the show.
Why don't you just talk yourself?
I mean, how long can I just, you know,
keep doing that? Right?
Yeah, how long can I keep talking about?
But like, if you could start it.
Well, yeah, I got, you know, I'm bringing on like one of my cousins, you know, who's he's a big conspiracy theory guy. I've been looking into like a paranormal investigator. And the poetry stuff is just kind of to hold everyone off, but like again, like maybe that's a route to look at. Politician, like fuck, I'd love to grab the guy, you know, who confronted Jagmeet Singh's brother. He's like, what's your Sharia law, buddy?
The white guy?
Yeah.
What was it? That guy that went up to Jagmeet's brother.
You're full of political correctness, buddy.
And he's like, the guy was like, we treat you with love and empathy and like all the same bullshit.
Yeah. He's like, I condemn your racism.
That's what he said.
But that's a fucking thing about these politicians, man. Like, Siddiq, like, fucking say what you mean. Shut the fuck up. Dog, like, you know... That's the reason.
We all know what you're saying when you get home, right?
You know, and like you can be all politically correct. Like, I mean, you're a politician, I understand it, but like, you know, these are your opportunities just to be real. That's the whole thing of the political landscape. Yeah. It's changed. People want the real.
Like, what are you gonna do politically, right? Like, now it became everything about Trudeau's thing. Like, it became like a racist thing.
The blackface?
Yeah.
I thought it was
which obviously,
it's pretty funny, man. I had a good laugh about it. I'm not offended by that.
Yeah, but like, I personally was not offended by that.
Jagmeet to go up and like, you know,
cry about it.
But I didn't think I saw one tear come out of his eye. And it was just like, what are you really
or
doing
like, you know, what I'm not but cry, but like, you know, complain, like kind of get the teary eye.
Okay, so let me ask you. You've got a pug. You've got a beard. You know, I'm not a saint. So I can't speak on his behalf or your behalf. But how do you feel when you saw that picture?
Fuck no, am I offended, man, by any of that shit, man. So what? I showed my dad, who's like full on Sardar, like like long beard and everything. He's like, so what? It's Halloween. Oh, I get some like school dance. He's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Not a big deal. He's like, look at what the fuck these guys did for Sikhi, for our people in general. You got Sajjan in there. Like his dad brought us all into Canada and shit. Like you gotta understand that as well. So what? He likes to dress up once in a while.
I just think he's got like a kink.
Maybe, for sure. Like that guy's painting his knees and shit.
His hands.
Yeah, his hands.
Did you see those little kids ask him?
The little kids.
There was like these little kids that asked him.
Yeah. No, I did see that. He's like, you know what? Now
how do you think he's handled it though?
No,
horribly.
Horribly.
What's a better way to handle it?
He was still defensive about it.
Yeah.
Like he was so like he apologized, but it was like not genuine.
Yeah,
it was more so like okay, I did
it's a political type of apology.
Yeah, it wasn't something like okay, like it was still you could sense that he was still being a bit defensive about it.
Yeah, I just think that like the whole blackface situation, it's become racist. Well, not like racist. I guess like if you are black, like I can't speak on the black stuff.
Yeah,
but it's probably been like racist since the time of inception, since they started painting white people to depict black people in those like early movies. However, I think the awareness only really started coming up this last 5 years.
Yeah.
The one example I always like to bring up is, you guys seen Tropic Thunder?
No.
With Ben Stiller and fucking Robert Downey Jr., Jack Black.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Classic movie.
Yeah.
And Robert Downey Jr. is blackface in that movie.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking batted an eye. People hail that movie as a comedy classic.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden, when you can make a cheap political point about it, it's, people jump all over it. We're in that society right now, though. Everybody wants to be fucking righteous and like, I'm standing up for something. And that comes from like a little bit of this like self-importance that we're kind of all dealing with right now when we're trying to like chase a path of an influencer or a kind of Instagram celebrity thing. Like everyone feels like there's a spotlight on them, and they're trying to find any way that they can.
But it's like when it comes to politics, is that what you're gonna base your vote off?
I think politics in general, like it's due for a huge change. Like Jagmeet is shaking it up, like, and you gotta respect that.
Yo,
like he's doing some interesting things.
He's gaining momentum.
I took a lot of. I gave him a lot of shit before, but like recently, I don't know, man. I like. Who do you vote for?
Yeah, I'm still a liberal.
So?
I think I would be conservative if the conservatives had a little bit of a stronger leadership.
Yeah.
I believe in a lot of that kind of stuff, there should be oil in the country and like all this other like expanding business like that. I'm from that realm, right?
Yeah.
And Jagmeet, if he wasn't a communist, I would vote for him. But NDP, they want to take 50% of your fucking paycheck, dude. Yeah. Maybe more. He says he's going to pay for healthcare and all this shit and all these things. Like, where's that coming from?
It says from the people who make $20 million.
Man. What does that even mean? Like, those are things that like you put in place, but you're also offering people all these tax loops and incentives that they're going to find a way around it. I'm doing that shit myself. Like, I don't want to pay the full tax that I owe. Yeah. It fucking sucks. It's the worst time of year. Yeah. I'm getting bitched at from my dad all the time, like, during like January, February, March, like all fucking time. And I'm sure you guys can probably attest to that. Well, he's paying taxes.
Fuck, man. Yeah. The thing is, like, I feel like so many people are undecided.
Yeah, and that's a result.
And I feel like a lot of people aren't gonna go vote because of it.
It's a result of a shitty, shitty candidates. There's no good candidates.
No.
Trudeau fucking sucks. Like
he's trash, man.
He's trash,
I wanted to vote for him, man. I listened to that debate. That was embarrassing.
No, like I feel like I'm gonna end up being a liberal.
Yeah, probably. Like that's where, you gotta think of the party ahead of just the leader as well. Like what views you are represented by. Like, but I think a loss might even be good for Trudeau because the Liberal government might shake up that whole thing. Yeah. But at the same time, Scheer needs to go as well because that guy fucking sucks.
He's a little smirk, right?
Yeah. Jagmeet, he did a lot of positive. He put, Sikhi on the map. Yeah. I don't think that guy can be a leader. He's too Pakhandi.
Way too Pakhandi, man.
So Pakhandi, like, it's fucked, right?
And that annoyed me when I saw him, like, standing there,
man,
and kind of like playing that.
He
card.
wanted like a personal, private apology.
Like, why
doesn't Trudeau come apologize to every single one of us?
They give you a fucking apology. Who the fuck are you, dude?
Okay, my question to you is: growing up, how bad was racism for you?
Racism for me was, I was in that age where we were still in that like transition phase. Like I think the kids who are sardars in high school now don't have it like as bad in terms of like.
Yo, they getting girls now.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. And like while I was coming up, it was still kind of like like oh, your boyfriend's a sing, Well, fuck, they're calling us Yennies, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's pretty cute for a Yenny. We were going, this is real fucking shit, right? That's real shit. You had to add that extra thing, like, he's a Yenny. And like, these are things that were still, things were getting kind of progressive at this moment.
Yeah.
Like 3 years after me, it's a completely different ballgame. But in that moment, there were plenty of chicks that were like, I won't date this guy just because he's just a thought. But at the same time, you had to take that with a grain of salt. Like, there might be a girl who won't date a guy who's fucking under 5'9", You won't date a guy you won't date a white guy. You won't date an Asian guy. These are all just little insecurities that you kind of have within yourself that you put as a mental block. You're like, oh, this is why I'm not getting these bitches.
Half the time it was a brown girls, I'd be like, oh, he's a Yenny.
100%, man. It's self-hate.
Yeah.
You know what it is. And I can understand it, It's just, that's kind of the way that maybe Western society makes you treat your own traditional values. But it is what it is, None of that stuff, all that stuff makes you stronger, man. The struggle is real. I'm fucking any of those fat things right now. Your body's just starting to come in. It's looking kind of shitty. You're not getting no play. Trust me, it gets better.
Yeah. How do you build so much confidence?
Fuck, man. I just.
Were you always confident, kid?
I wouldn't say so. No. As elementary, I was kind of a pussy.
Yeah.
Soft.
What toughened you up?
The puberty, man.
Yeah.
Fucking became a banda. Man, shit.
Kicked in, right?
And then as just, I always wanted bitches, and like the first 2-3 years in high school, like I had fucking no idea what the fuck I was doing. Yeah. Overly nice, getting rolled on all the time. Yeah. Even in high school, friend zoned, heavy, man.
Fucking worst.
Buddy, I used to call this one girl every day. In grade 12, half hour on the fucking phone right before I go to sleep, man. Damn. And now she's kind of fat. She knows who she is.
Johnny, man. Just straight called her out.
No, straight up and fucking.
Well, you know what?
She clowned me hard, and
What did she do?
It just, she. It would be that thing where maybe we might work this out. Like we went to the dances and shit together. Made
but she was just stringing you along.
Wasn't D, didn't want to be my girl, and turned me into the monster I am today. No love for any of these hoes anymore.
No love. Yeah, I saw on the
but
last
yeah,
post.
I mean the confidence building just comes from working. It sounds fucking cliche and gross, but working on yourself. Becoming a better man, working out, fucking doing things. Martial arts helped me a lot. Yeah, martial arts helped me a lot. That's a little bit later in life anyway, but, things like that, just improving on yourself.
Then you're just like, I can do it.
Yeah, well, fuck, And
what was the first time that you, bagged a girl? And you were like, oh, shit,
Summer of grade 11, actually. 17 at the time. She's a year younger than me, fucking. I had my brother's ID. Yeah. Grabbed a bottle. Mickey, we hung out in the park, talked some bullshit, Yeah. Thing went party. Down, having sex as a full parka thing is not fun in a car. You fucking Judas hitting the top and shit. Judas.
What's that? Okay. Have you seen the video? Huh? The one video?
Here's not Killera, but you got your fucking parka fucking an inch above your tan line and shit. Man. Got your hair coming out the side of your shit. But she was pretty cool about it, Filipino tang.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out her. Well, she probably not listening to this shit anyway. But
you see yourself ever getting married?
For sure. I swear to God, if I found the right one, I'd probably
What's the right one for you?
Fuck, fat fucking ass.
Yeah.
no, but honestly, he's gotta be
Oh, that's true. You probably no. If it is, right?
Here's the thing. If you just dated one guy your whole life, and okay, 3-4 years, you just that's your only expectation of that guy. That guy might have been a fucking asshole, or he might have been the best guy ever. But that's your bar, and and he did the worst things to her. 4 years, he's doing some crazy shit to her. I need her to be I've experienced a little bit of a realm. Good girl to me, you gotta be of course you got to be decent looking where you're attracted to them, and you just can't give me shit.
Yeah.
And if you can do those two things, you got me. But since now, and fuck, I'm still seeing a girl right now. She knows what it is. Like I think she knows that it's not gonna last too long. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. So again, she knows. Like, you know, we're kind of just
just playing the game.
We're just keeping each other company for, you know, because something to do. You know.
Does she really know though?
She knows. She knows.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. We've talked about it before. Like,
Do you really know?
Do you know? No, but seriously, like, yeah, I think she fucking understands. And
But
you
do
know,
you think inside somewhere she still has a little bit of hope where it's like,
I still got that hope, dude.
Really?
I'm still hoping I could change
And then your
her,
kids
dog.
watch this one day.
It's like, so I was fucking your mom. But seriously, you know what I mean? Like, and to this day, I haven't found a woman who's like, you know, you can give me shit, but there's like a point. You know what I mean? Like, I still need my time with my boys because that's what I truly love.
Yeah.
You know, and like, maybe a woman will make me change my mind one day. At the moment,
Nobody
No.
else.
I'll get married one day. Of course, you got to get fucking married one day.
Please.
You know, but just one of those things, right? My brother got married fucking recently, so
Yeah.
Congrats to
you
him.
know, yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
And everyone's busting my balls now. You know,
Your turn.
when's your turn? When's your turn?
He's
Oh,
happy.
I don't even like this. You brought the girls to the wedding, right?
You know, so
Shoulder
fucking
around.
that's kind of going on.
Is he happy? Happily
I
married?
guess so. He was
Yeah.
dating her for like 5-6 years, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
you know, I mean, you're still getting married, so like, I mean,
Everyone
like,
says like when they've been dating for that long, like the marriage doesn't like they're like
Change
it's the
anything?
same thing.
I mean,
But I feel like it does.
I feel like it
I feel
does.
like there's something to just tell themselves.
the day that you're living with somebody,
That's
you can
fuck-
spend
that's
time with
scary,
each other
man.
all the time, but the day you're living with somebody, like
Yeah.
you live with your parents and stuff, like
Yeah.
you know, like you get on each other's nerves, siblings, fucking anybody that you're living with that you see too much. Now you're seeing a fucking female every day, you know, so you're already like not operating at the same level. I think your wife needs to work. That's a big thing.
Stay busy.
As when I was younger, I was like, no, wife's gotta stay at home. She gotta cook, clean, watch the house. That's
Yeah.
it.
Now you're like, she's got to do both.
She
Everything.
and then stuff. But no, they gotta be working, man. Because if they're not working, they're just thinking about ways like to fuck you over. You know, what's this guy
Plotting,
doing?
right?
What's this guy
Plotting.
doing, man? What's this guy
It's
doing
like
out there?
the Indian drum.
What's on his
right?
What's on his phone, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, seriously.
what's he
man.
liking on Instagram?
Oh, and
Well, the
fuck.
activity tab's gone.
Thank God, man. You know how many times that fucked me over?
Really?
Oh yeah,
Realistically,
man.
is that such a big deal, man?
Dude,
you
well,
like another girl's
when
picture.
when you're dating uppity? Yeah.
Why?
Oh,
Okay, man. For
Why?
me, like I just
Insecurities,
go
man.
and I
What do you
just
think it
scroll and
is?
I double tap like everything that when I don't
Sometimes,
pay
yeah, you
attention
don't
to what I'm
realize.
liking.
Yeah.
It's not intentional.
I'm not trying to go and just like double tap the
Yeah.
chicks.
You know
I'm
what the
just
funny
going
thing
and
is,
going
man?
and
Like
just double
girls
tapping
act
it.
like if they scroll through their timeline, they see a hot guy, they don't think those thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Everybody does, man.
Of course. Yeah, I think chicks are probably more scandalous than us.
100%.
We're
They
at least,
hide it.
We're at least kind of sit this out there, like, yeah, you know, she's kind of hot.
We say the something. Yeah.
You know,
At least
they're
you blurt
like,
it out.
they're like fucking thinking about like, oh, I'm emotionally, I could be available for that guy.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Man, that's crazy.
Well, that's a big thing. Okay, here's a sick one. Here's a sick story. When I was probably about maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, I followed this page. It was called Dime Butts. You know, it's just like fat asses, you know, oiled and bikinis and tanned and everything. And I matched this girl on Tinder, right? And
Oh my
like, you know,
God.
so, you know, she's got a few like scantily clad pictures as well. You know, she kind of fucking on some like beach chair and shit. Like, you know,
Yeah.
she's out there, you know, bikinis on, right? And she's like, hey, do you have an Instagram? I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then we're talking for a little bit. 2 days go by. And she starts giving me a little bit of ice, right? I'm like, what? Okay. I'm like, okay. Third, fourth text. I'm like, what the fuck's your problem?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you follow a page called Dime Butts. She's like, it just lets me know what kind of guy you are.
Oh,
What?
man.
I'm like, fuck. And like, you know, I didn't even realize at this point, like, I wasn't
Yeah.
even mature enough to realize this was a thing. And then, like, you know, since then, that like altered my
Are you the
shit.
one that's not mature enough?
Fuck, I guess so. I don't know. Whatever it was, like, to realize that this could be an issue. So, like, I stopped following the Instagram whores anyway. Now it's just
I don't
porn
know.
anyway, you know? So
But like,
fuck,
is it
but-
like really a problem? Like if you're not even like you're just talking to her.
I mean, if somebody knows you well enough,
I guess so. Yeah.
then, you know,
But
they would realize it's not a problem. However, if it's like early on the stages, you might fuck up a good thing.
That's
you know,
true.
because they think you're one way or another.
What is
Wait, what were we
Tinder? So she was
Tinder,
on Tinder.
that's what I was
right?
gonna ask you about. How's the Tinder game? Like, how is that?
I'm off the Tinder as of right now. You know, it's it just kind of become, you know, I'm sure a lot of people will agree, but it's just like the way of the 21st century. Like, unless you went to school with somebody, you're not really meeting them. Like, now meeting people in real life, it's like a whole like, oh, fuck this guy, why is he even talking to me out there? Like, you go to the club, you know, you'll get like 3-4 numbers, maybe no problem. I guarantee you, and many times I've been there, 3-4 numbers will not reply the next day. You know, because people are drunk, they just kind of want it for the night, and like, you know, that is what it is. That happens, right? Maybe they're giving you fake numbers, whatever the fuck it is. But in real life, I found it a little bit more challenging to actually meet people rather than just like online now. And like, I'm using
so accessible, right? Like, you just send the message, send it back in person. You really gotta make a connection.
Tinder and fucking Bumble will like really humble you too, though, because like they're looking at you just on face value and not on like who you are. So like, you're getting some fucking bad matches, if any matches at all. You know, sometimes you're going like fucking weeks without a match. You're like, fuck, am I this weak? I have nothing to offer here. You think you're fucking, you think you're up here. You think you're on fucking like, you know, decent level, and then
it's probably because you're Genny.
Maybe. Yeah, you're not allowed to use that word.
Is that really offensive for you?
It depends in the context. You know, I've actually decked a guy for doing that, but like the context was bad.
Oh, what happened?
You know, 19, 20 years old, fresh out the fucking high school. You know, I got a little bit of a chip on my shoulder, you know. I'm getting some bitches, but like not too many.
Started the jiu-jitsu? Are you started jiu-jitsu yet?
No, I haven't started at this moment yet, you know, but like, you know, I'm in the club and this is Caprice. And I had these 2 chicks upstairs, you know, like I'm fucking, I don't even know if I'm gaming them. I'm just trying all this shit, buying them drinks, blah, blah, blah. And fucking one fucking opera comes out of nowhere. He's like, he gives me the oigeni and he gives me like a hand gesture to like back off, right? You know, I'm partied right now, and I'm like, you know, there's like the feeling of, you know, you know, there's this pit feeling in my stomach. Like, I think I just look at the guy for like 10, 15, 20 seconds, and I'm just like, oh, this motherfucker. Should I deck him? And then I was like, what the fuck do you say? Gave him one, and the bouncers grabbed him.
Was he out?
No, he was not out.
He took it?
He just kind of backed off. He tried to get at me a little bit, but like, you know, I was ready to follow up, but like the bouncer was right there.
And you were out? Bar
Damn,
watch?
man.
No, not on bar watch. You got on bar watch for another reason later in life.
I remember that.
Stay away from fights, man. Stay away from fights. I'm still on bar watch till this day, man. Unfortunately, it's just a fucking little fist fight.
But still, I thought it was like a year.
I think, well, bar none, I'm like permanently banned.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For God knows what fucking reason, but you know, it's just, it's a good thing, you know.
Are you still about the clubbing life?
I've been going to bars and shit. Like this summer, we've partied hard, man.
Yeah,
a lot. Like
you traveled a lot too.
You're in Scottsdale, right?
This past year.
I think it was Scottsdale this
where'd
year.
you go
You know, I'm taking a vacation maybe like every like 4 or 5 months. You know, we went to Montreal this summer.
Oh, okay.
My brother's stag, and then I went to Vegas before that, and I think I did one more. But you know, it's the traveling stuff it's overrated too. Like, you guys get into any traveling lately?
No, I have. I
we
want
went
to.
what? Yeah. Edmonton.
Yeah, Edmonton.
For a festival, Calgary.
Not bad. Oh, the Stampede.
George. No, we went for some music festival.
Oh, Tiga.
It was whack.
The thing is, like, traveling's like one of those things. Like, you know, before I started traveling, like I thought it was really gonna be like, oh, you know, you go out there and you really figure shit out. Like, yeah, sure, like, you know, you see the world and it's nice. And this is just my own personal experience. You might have a different one, but I didn't find nothing out about myself. You know, I'm just like, yeah, no, I had a good time out there.
But were you traveling in a sense where you were just kind of partying, or was it something where you were like going out to like see? Maybe backpack.
I saw the shit, you know, and I was alone for a few days on my trip to Europe as well.
Yeah.
And you meet some interesting people, like fucking in the hostels and stuff, but at the end of it, do I really remember them? No.
No life-changing experience.
I don't give a shit, you know, like, they were nice people, it was cool, like, we had a few good nights, but that's about it, right? I did the touristy stuff, and in all honesty, I found it quite exhausting.
Yeah.
Because the places are packed everywhere you go. We went during the summer, so it's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
And man, like we partied a lot, and I guess that might have contributed to being hungover and feeling shitty doing the touristy stuff. But yeah. Where do you want to go?
No idea. We're going to Scottsdale next year.
Scottsdale's a lot of fun.
First day.
Lots a lot of fun. Yeah. It's been invaded by the dips though.
Yeah, it was the first time. That
it'll be
first time. Well, I went there when I was younger, like grade 9. But like that was just like always like a family trip.
Yeah.
So
you
now
guys went to Scottsdale when you were grade 9? What the hell was to see out there?
My like family member has like a house out there.
Oh, gotcha.
So we like stayed there and we're like just went for a family trip there. It was actually pretty. It was like St. Patrick's Day weekend. We just went there, chilled out. Had a fucking nice pool in the backyard. So it was nice. Huh? Lakers game. That's what we went to go watch. We went to watch when Dwight Howard guys were all the super team.
Gotcha.
Waste of my time.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant came out, waved, but he was
Achilles was gone. Right? Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, it's cool and shit. You should definitely see the world, but like,
where's like 3 places that you should like travel to from your experience? The places that you've been to.
Colombia for sure, man.
Yo,
I've heard this so many times, man.
Awesome, man. It's
just my brother-in-law said the same thing.
Buddy, the women, man, the culture, the food.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of good paintballing as well, and coffee tours, and ATVing, but the fucking women, man.
You had a bus.
Oh, yeah.
I saw some videos.
Yeah, we did some
paintballing there?
Fun stuff. They got, at Pablo Escobar's mansion, you can actually do some paintballing to like.
Wow. Did you guys do that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And it's a big backpacker destination as well.
Yeah.
So like you meet actually quite a few people from like England and stuff, and like
it's kind of sketched out, though, isn't it?
If you're not an idiot, you'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Don't take no fucking no-name taxis, for one.
Yeah. Obviously.
Only take taxis from like nice hotels and things like that, or call Ubers. Other than that, like all the like most of the females there are prostitutes, so you got to be kind of careful of that.
Yeah.
They're all just trying to jack you up for a little bit of loot. One of my buddies actually, they met these 2 chicks at the club, and these girls like, oh, let's go to another bar, and these girls take them across the street to some like apartment building looking thing, right? And they go up a few flights of stairs, and it's an apartment, but it's like there's like a bar in there, and they're like, it's fucking 20 guys in there. Yeah. He's like, the second we got out, these chicks fucking left us, and they're like, these guys started kind of surrounding us, but like they're not being aggressive yet. They're just kind of like, hey, what's up, man? How you guys doing? Let me get you guys a drink. He's like, and they're giving us drinks, but like we didn't fucking, like they're telling me like we didn't take them because who knows what the hell's in there, right? Yeah. And they're like, as we're trying to leave, the one guy puts his arm on the door, right? He's like, where are you guys going? Don't worry, party's about to start. And these guys just like sketched out, and like somehow they were able to get the fuck out of there. But they're like, that's a close call where you're about to get robbed, Yeah.
But those they're also smart on their end too. Like when somebody leaves like that, they know like if like some idiot walks in there, like they'd rather take advantage of the idiot than the guy that's like kind of aware of what's going on.
100%.
If they're like, if you're like walking out the door, they're gonna be like, okay, what am I gonna deck this guy? Go through all this work. I can find another drunk idiot on the street.
They're decking out there. I think they're chopping out there, man.
I mean, if you comply, like maybe they'll just like slap you up a couple of times and let you go. But like, if you're trying to scrap them, like fuck, I don't know. Good luck,
night,
man.
See you later.
Good luck, dude. Like, I don't think you're escaping too far. But yeah, Colombia was awesome. Barcelona is a great place in Spain.
I've heard about Barcelona.
Like everyone always pumps Ibiza and stuff. Like Ibiza is just like straight partying, but Barcelona is like a little bit more chilled out. Good place. And Amsterdam, one place if I could live outside of here would be there. Amsterdam? The vibe is really good. It's not just like about like smoking weed or
a red light district.
Red light district sucks, man. Really? It's fucking shitty. Like I just kind of walked through there. It's pretty fucking shitty, man. Those girls look so empty on the inside. Yeah. There's a fucking sick thing out there. It's called the peep shows, right?
Yeah.
So there's like, imagine like a circular platform, right?
Yeah.
And there's like 12 booths all across.
Yeah.
Single person booths. You walk in here.
Yeah.
And there's like a naked girl dancing on the stage, kind of like, shaking her tits, shaking her ass, whatever. And like, there's just 12 guys around the stage. And like, there's always one fucking guy who's like staring at you from across the and he's looking at you and shit. And there's like tissues in here, balled up like in a trash can. Like, so people are getting like People jerking off in here.
That's gross.
That's disgusting.
It was kind of hilarious. So that's the most memorable thing I found out about the red light district. Is the peep show for sure.
So, but what else is to actually like do there then?
Like
what made it like want to be the place that other than BC you'd want to live there?
Weather was nice and the pace of people is unreal. Like, you know, out here everyone's a little bit anal, like fucking everyone's kind of in a rush. Over there people are just chilling, man. Like nothing is a priority. You're just kind of enjoying the day, living life. And I think you might even enjoy life more that way because you're not really working towards something. Everyone who lives in the
one
city,
day at a time, like for real.
And they're just like out there, like fucking in their front yard, eating on the street and shit, wine every day, just chilling, man. Beautiful place, very, very, very nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I know no more rap gods, but what music you been listening to recently?
I'm still listening to the rap gods. You know, I've been doing like the chill wave, you know, the synthetic waves, that kind of playlist on YouTube. There's so much music out there now. It's too hard to all take in, especially in the hip hop scene, man.
Damn.
Think about the local scene.
It's like
there you go.
New person every day.
Yeah, the local scene itself, it seems to be popping off, but even still, like, you know, one criticism that I have for the local scene is I don't think any one person is dropping enough.
Like enough music?
Yeah. I think, like, there's enough music going around, but I think somebody drops something and then they go months without fucking following
up. They all want
up.
that, like, one hit, right?
I agree, but I don't think, you know, it's going to come right now. Like, before, like, when we first got into this whole scene, I thought, like, a huge artist in Vancouver was guaranteed. And now, like, we're fast forward 2 years, we still don't have it yet.
Well, I guess the one guy, the BB No Money guy.
Yeah, fair enough. But, like, you know, I don't even almost consider him a Vancouver artist. Like, he's like just like a Canadian artist, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense.
He's like a grad. Well, but you mean, I mean,
like, I just don't feel like the city has received him like that, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
Like Drake.
Yeah, like the city hasn't received that guy like that yet. Like, we still don't have
I think he deserves more credit.
For sure he does, dude. He's got huge views on so much stuff,
fucking,
right?
like, the shit's certified.
He's exactly a guy that would come out of Vancouver, though, you know? Like
a Mercules.
Like a hipster type. Yeah, Mercules is huge, too, but again, Mercules is not accepted as that Vancouver rapper yet.
Okay, so personally, who do you like? Who do you think has the most talent right now?
Talent, man. Like,
or potential.
I really like Sharuk, man.
Yeah.
I really like Sharuk, and like I think he's got so much fire that's locked up in the vault, and that they haven't released it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call him out right now. You gotta release that shit.
So you think he needs to be releasing more?
I think they need to be releasing more because I think
I told him too. I think his music's really good.
Because again, like I think it's just he's got that thing that he can really pop off, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, who else is out there? Like anyone that Qatar's working with right now is.
Okay, who do you think's the worst?
The worst.
So who do you think needs to quit?
Fuck, I don't know, man. You know, I'm just so supportive these days.
Well.
Like,
I just love everyone.
I just love everyone. I don't know who needs to quit, man. I think you gotta respect anybody who sucks and will continue to put out that fucking music. You know what I mean? So, can I tell anybody to quit? No, I don't think.
Great answer.
Yeah,
great political answer. You sound like Jagmeet. You sound like Jagmeet right now.
I've been thinking.
That was a great way to dodge the question.
I actually don't know though. I don't know who needs to quit, man. Like I'm not really too in the fucking scene anymore.
Yeah.
That's one thing I actually want to ask you about. You know, now you guys are industry guys, and like
not really. Man.
You know,
what do you mean industry, man?
I kind of want to.
We haven't sold our souls.
No, I wanted to get into that, like because I can kind of attest to this, like. I kind of saw the glimpse of the industry, like, you know, and being in the industry, like...
There's too much politics. I don't
how
vibe
many
with
fucking Fudu people
I don't vibe with them, man.
80% of the people I met in this whole thing, like...
They're weird.
Been weird. And, like, you know, like, I always kind of wanted to be on, like, the inside circle, but it's, like... It's a very, like, fucking, what can you do for me scene.
So they're very
gimme.
It's very clicked up.
Yeah.
And it's, like, very weird, like...
It takes too much energy.
It's like,
man.
it feels like none of them are themselves, and you can't be yourself around
100%.
them.
You're watching what you say. Like, dude, I can't even believe how many relationships got fucked over that just because of, like, okay, I said something and, like, you know, that's what I believe. Like, just because it's something that you don't believe in, that you're like, oh, anything that's counter-argumentative to what I believe in, I'm just not going to have, and I'm excluding out of my fucking life.
Well, look at what's her name, Ellen. Did you see that video the other day? Ellen
DeGeneres?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was
so
that?
she was talking about, okay, so her and George George Bush we're sitting together at the Dallas Cowboys game, right? Mm-hmm. And people are like, how the hell could you sit beside this guy with his views and stuff like this? Yeah. And she's saying, like, when I say to me, like, kind to people, I'm not saying just people that you agree with opinions on. It's like every single person. So what? You have different opinions. He's still my friend, right?
But again, man,
that's the thing. Though, people have different opinions. Right away, they start hating you. They're like, man, this guy's
100%, man. And I'm seeing that a lot with our own community, man.
Oh, 100%.
Punjabi influencers, man. Punjabi influencers. Like I said, 80% Fuddus. You guys fall into that. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Influencer. The guy says the Siddiq, and then he's like, I'm kidding.
No. Of course, I fucking got mad love for you guys. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's what you're saying because you're on the podcast. No, right when he leaves, he's like, yo, F these guys, right?
No.
Jason's not here to back me up. He's going to have to go in the car and give us all a pep talk after.
No, but real talk, like I said, like 20% of the people, like fucking real people, down, I'm not like, you know, down people, but like
but the thing is, I have met a lot of good people too.
Yeah,
but like just some people,
bro, are just, like, it's weird. Good people, bad people. But the thing is, like, it takes a lot of energy because everybody's just trying to be like,
it sucks like energy,
man. So I can't do that. I can't go there and be like, oh, like, hey,
the events are the worst.
I stopped getting invited, man. I stopped getting invited.
Stop going.
I don't know, but I used to get invites up the ass all the time. Now, like, fucking, you know, I got red flag.
What did you do? What did you say something,
man,
bro?
Like, okay, I'll say you.
Somebody clearly.
I'll say one thing. It was this girl.
Blacklisted you.
I got fucking straight blacklisted because, like, I put up this one Instagram post about, I can't even remember what the hell it was, but it was something about getting raped on the price of something.
I remember
that was the exact word. I said I got raped on the price of something.
I
fucking
raped.
Like, I got raped on the price, like, you know, like they raped me, like, I was saying figuratively.
Okay.
And then, like, this one fucking Janani comes out and she's like, oh, you shouldn't be fucking using that word. Like, how the fuck are you using the word rape? I'm like, look at the fucking context, man. I was like, I'm not fucking making fun of rape. I don't think rape is funny. I was like, I used it, like, this is how we speak.
I was mad in the moment, right?
Yeah, I was like, this is how we fucking speak, you know, whatever it is. And, like, if you can't see beyond context, then fucking it is what it is. And another artist has also blacklisted us, and she's one of the big ones who does the art parties. You know, that's a whole story that I'll tell you guys after the pod. And it's a fucking sick story, but
I'd love to hear it on the pod.
I can't share it on the pod. I can't share it on the pod for the sake of.
Do I know who you're talking about?
Maybe.
Okay, so she was mad that you used the word.
I used the word rape, and you know what the fuck I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not fucking saying, I raped fucking this person.
You're saying that the price screwed me over.
Yeah.
So you're trying to say
on the fucking price, and if you guys won't accept things like that,
it was like Dave Chappelle's comedy.
Yeah.
Right? How people got all. I thought it was great.
It was awesome.
But then there's people like, oh, you can't.
What?
It was funny, yeah. But everybody.
What the fuck did this guy?
Pod's over, right? The manager's like, hey, we gotta go. Time to go, man. But I thought it was hilarious. But then there was a lot of people that thought it was a sensitive topic.
I don't know. Like, the events just started getting like kind of weird.
Yeah. It's just a fucking bullshit, man. Like, I mean, imagine
what? I didn't like, we're like Hollywood celebrities were sitting with like Leonardo DiCaprio and shit like that, and we're like some like high elite people or something.
That's the thing, man. Like, again, like, I saw the fucking inside, and this is like, you know, the guy who wanted to be kind of on the inside before, and I fucking saw it. And, like, maybe it was because I was actually at an older stage in my life where I could see the fucking bakwas, but I'm just like, this is fucked, man. Everybody's got their fucking agenda. Everybody's got a fucking agenda, and like,
that's how I felt too.
The slightest offhand comment, people kind of like delete you from their life, and it's just like, give me a fucking.
Why do you think that happens? Why is it like this?
People are afraid of anything that kind of counteracts what they believe.
So is that why you think you're like struggling to get the guests on too?
100%. Like, you know, there are people who aren't giving me yeses or nos; they're giving me maybes. And
are you targeting specific people?
Like, I'm targeting like a few people at a time. Like, of course I want Indian feminists on the podcast.
No, but like,
right now.
You're saying Indian feminists. Are you targeting certain Indian feminists?
Anyone who's in like a semi
that claims
in the community. That claims, anyone who tries to claim it, right? Because I want to see, like, maybe, you know, I'm not going to be here where I'm going to change my mind on anything. I'm probably not, but I want to at least see if you got better points than I do on my shit.
What are some of the points you would bring up?
Okay, so like, you know, this whole idea of fucking let's talk about Hot Girl Summer. That everyone, like, you know, everyone's pumping this Meg Thee Stallion shit, Hot Girl Summer.
Yeah.
Well, sober October is a good thing. You know, you should take time to be sober. You know, I'm definitely not. But this whole fucking Hot Girl Summer shit where you just act like a fucking hoe, you know, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm sure you guys all saw that video of like the girl at Bar None, you know. We won't take any names. You guys saw that video? She's a Bar None, you know, having a good time.
Yeah.
You know,
that one.
This is the shit that this mentality produces. And like, you know, that girl right now, she might be a fucking very nice girl. Maybe she did a few drugs. Maybe she had too much to drink tonight. At the rest of her life, she labeled as a fucking hoe now. And some of that comes from this fucking mentality of Hot Girl Summer. I don't give a fuck. I do what I want. What these bitches don't understand
There's consequences.
is that men win. You know, in this situation, you're offering free sex. What? You're sticking it to the man? Nobody gives a fuck. Like, Monday are gonna be taking that shit. Oh yeah. No, I support you. You know, you're fucking very progressive. You know what I mean?
But then, like, to their point, they would probably bring up the fact that like they're independent, like individuals.
Yeah, they have
they
the
get
same.
to do what they want.
Okay, you want a female that been fucked by 20 guys?
Go devil's advocate with them, okay?
I don't think I can.
You want to
agree with the other side.
You want a female that been fucked by 20 guys?
Probably not. No.
You know what I mean? You want a female that been fucked by 20 guys?
No.
She's empowered. You know, she's a bad bitch. She's she's giving up the ass. She's got her fucking job.
Then a girl's gonna be like, I don't want a guy that's fucked over 20 girls.
You know, Bundy are pimps. You know, we don't.
I know what you mean.
Bundy are pimps, man. We don't have that, man. You know, chicks see us, and you know, you see a guy who's fucking slamming a lot. They're wired to think that, yo, like, you know, this guy's desirable. Why do all these girls want this guy? I'm not saying I'm that guy, man. I'm far from it. I'm not a fucking pimp at all. But, you know, I do decent because I try and because I eat dirty all the time. You know, because I eat shit so much.
What's the worst, like...
I've been fucking everything.
What was the worst one?
Buddy, man. Like, I'm telling you, man. Like, you know, you fucking go to the clubs are especially deviant. I've been told, fuck off, Gandy, to my face, you know.
By a brown chick?
Yeah, of course, man. Ew, fuck off, Yanni. I've had that. You know that, but these are things that fucking stick with you, right? Like, and you're just kind of like, whatever, you roll it off, and you're like, you know, I'm gonna get back out there.
10 years later, you're like staring at the ceiling thinking about it.
Every day, dog. Every day, man. Every rejection shapes you a little bit, but, you know, that's just what it is, right?
Hot Girl Summer.
Again, I'll say this on your guys' pod. I would can all this bullshit if I can find one woman who can hold it down.
You heard it here first.
Who can hold it down? Count all of it. I'm not cheating. I'm not fucking doing none of that.
If you got through this whole podcast with everything that he said,
I think he's looking for a Rishta, man.
Rishta? No, man. Rishta are lining up, but they're not always my type, you know. So.
Would you get married to someone from India?
No. Fuck no.
Why?
If I'm gonna be miserable, I may as well be alone and miserable, man. You know, fucking India wife, man. It's just not for me, man. She's not gonna understand my jokes.
Yeah.
And like, I'm coming home fucking banana on, what's made to eat? You know, and she's fucking giving me the accent. You know, and I'm just like, fuck, how come we never go out? Hey, shut the fuck up. You know, those, like, I ain't fucking with that, man. If I'm gonna be fucking miserable, man, I'll be alone and miserable, man.
You'd be a shitty husband.
Yeah, no, again, man, that's just how I've always felt about the whole India thing, man. Fuck the India thing, man. What? For what? You know, I can fucking marry one of the thoughts if I really want to fucking do that scene, right?
That's true, too.
I'd rather not.
That's crazy, man.
Well, bitches get canned for petty reasons, too, man.
What else do you want to, like, what other guests? Like feminists, and then you were saying conspiracy theorists?
Conspiracy theorists, you know, like...
what are some conspiracy...
What about the Epstein thing? What do you think?
I don't believe it.
You don't think he committed suicide?
I don't think he's dead.
So can you give me the like background on it?
Yeah, I don't know.
So, okay, this guy's got this one island in the Caribbean or something somewhere. And they got this temple there. And are you guys familiar with the whole Satanism thing?
A little bit.
So basically, what these guys are doing in that temple is they're kidnapping these kids. Well, allegedly. They're kidnapping these kids. And these guys believe that if they scare the kid enough, it creates this thing called adrenal or something. It's like this adrenaline chemical that gets pumped into the blood. And then they start killing the kid. And then they drink the blood. And this is like the ultimate bot for a fucking Satanist. And this is what they're doing at that island, allegedly. Well, not allegedly. They're probably fucking doing it. It's like the whole Hollywood elite thing.
Yeah.
So why?
It's, you got to think about all the kids that go missing every year. There's a lot of kids that go missing.
Do people know where this island is?
Semi. There's a guy, the John McAfee guy. He's finding it right now. It's this guy's private island, though. This guy's a billionaire. And, like, this guy's had presidents, Bill Clinton, fucking so many people, celebrities at this island, and they're doing these ceremonies. Allegedly. You know, and this guy was the head honcho there in terms of owning the island. So when he got busted, there was this whole thing, oh, fuck, this guy's busted, this and that. And then all of a sudden, the guy's on suicide watch, but the cameras aren't working. The guards are dilly luns. They don't know what the fuck's going on. This guy ends up hanging himself somehow when he's on suicide watch. When he's on suicide watch, this guy ends up killing himself, which is not very likely.
It's not a movie, right?
So what I think happened is the guy got escorted out. He probably did some plastic surgery, and he's probably back on the island continuing the bullshit. Or maybe they did kill him, but he was the guy that had to take the fall to protect the whole thing. And that shit's real, man. Like, I know I keep saying allegedly, but like,
you believe it?
The Satanism stuff is real, 100%, man. There's something fucking going on at that higher level. Like, I don't know if the devil's real, but these people think that the devil's real.
So what does them drinking the blood do?
It gives them this crazy fucking nasha, man. Like, I don't know.
DMT times a million.
It's like this crazy nasha, and it's like it's this prayer for them. There's this book, man. You got to read. It's called The Book of Law.
Okay.
By Aleister Crowley. And it explains kind of everything, like the whole agenda that's kind of going on. Like how there's such a push for like this transgenderism and these fucking non-woman man genders anymore. Like, because they're trying to blur the lines between what a human is.
Yeah.
And this is all laid out in that book. That how they're going to fucking do this, how they're going to blur the lines between what a human is. And how they're going to pit countries against each other and shit like that. That will eventually ask for a one world government, and that'll be the thing. Scary shit, man. Like, and honestly, I wish I didn't read that book, but
did it mess with you?
I think I'm at a point where I don't really care anymore. Actually,
yeah.
I'm just trying to do good in my own life.
But do you still like? Does it like conspiracy theories kind of take up like a lot of?
Not really. Like, I mean, like
at certain times.
If a cousin sends me something, like the Epstein thing, it did definitely catch my interest, and I did some look into that.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, like, I don't think that it's holding as big a part of my life as it used to.
So what is it? Like, these guys grab random kids off the streets,
fly them out human to sacrifices island. And shit. It all goes back to biblical times. Like,
but who's doing the grabbing? Like, are they random people?
These guys are like assassins.
They got fucking agencies that do this shit, man.
Yeah.
There's like none of these kids get found, and like there's so many missing each year.
Yeah, in America, yeah.
You know what I mean? Each year, you go to a Walmart, there's a poster of kids missing since like '98. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
think about when we were driving back from Prince George. There was that one person that was from like 19.
Is the Highway of Tears up until that thing or what?
Where was the
Highway of Tears? It's in Prince George.
Yeah, it's by Prince George.
It's Prince George, right?
Yeah.
Didn't we drive on it?
Yeah.
See, that's something I'd love to do a documentary about. Like, you know, like 8-9 hens just go there and we just start asking questions like, yo, what's going on?
It's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
It was pretty sketchy. We drove around there.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's probably a family.
We did drive around there, right?
Yeah.
That was it, right? It was pretty sketchy. Like, there was like random cars started like coming out of nowhere and shit. And we're like, what the fuck?
We were like in the middle of the night.
We were in the middle of the night. We went there.
Yeah, no. Fuck. I could. There's probably a family out there. The scariest thing is like the people who go missing out there.
Yeah.
Think about the shit that they're subjected to.
But it was mostly random girls, wasn't it? That would be like walking in the middle of the night.
Aboriginal girls.
I suppose, but even still, like think about the shit that they probably went through.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's very sad.
It's a ugly world out there, man. And
it's messed up. The more you look into it.
Fuck, man.
What about climate change? You believe in
pure
it?
evil.
Climate change, okay, here's one thing I've been kind of...
You think it's real?
I think that we're doing something, but you know how they say, like, we broke, like, a 100-year heat record or some shit like that?
Yeah.
That means...
pretty cold in the summer, to be honest.
Wait, whatever it was, but, like, anytime they say that we broke, like, a heat record or even a cold record...
Yeah.
Like, we broke a 100-year cold or heat record, right? Mm-hmm. That means it was that hot or cold 100 years ago. Yeah. So that means that we're not gradually getting hotter or colder. Yeah. That means that it was like that. Maybe climate change is cyclical. Like, it's just kind of up and down, and this is just the way it fucking goes.
We're at that phase.
Yeah, and the theory behind this is, like in fucking grade 1 or grade 2, you learn that the earth is the crust, the magma, and the core. Yeah. We're legit sitting on top of a pool of liquid on the magma. Yeah. So naturally, the crust is gonna fucking kind of move. The crust is gonna fucking move over the magma, right? Yeah. So all the land is shifting and shit. So maybe we're just getting closer to the equator, which is causing more extreme temperatures. I don't know. I don't really care.
So what's the thing? They're saying the world's gonna in 11 years end?
I don't believe
that. Ain't no fucking ending, man.
Bro, if the world ends, we're gonna be all dead.
Fuck
you. No, really?
Probably.
I didn't know we'd be dead. If
global warming has been nothing but positive to Vancouver, man, and to the surrounding areas. Our summers are getting better. We got less fucking snow.
Was our summer better?
No,
this summer was kind of janky. This one was janky, but
we had a off summer. I feel like this was supposed to be the hottest summer ever, though.
Yeah, it was supposed to be, right? Like, the last one was fucking hot. This one was kind of like really. Mild 30s, like
Last year did snow, not too much.
Last year it snowed.
It did snow. It did snow.
Oh fuck, it did. Yeah.
But I remember 10 years ago it snowed like a fuck ton, and then it stopped snowing, and then this year we started getting snow again, right? Yeah.
Starting like a fuck ton.
And you guys might be due for snow sooner than you think, even.
Yeah.
Because it's getting cold out there right now.
Yep. Yeah, it's freezing, man.
This morning is -2.
No, man.
-7 at the airport.
There you go.
Shit.
First time on October 10th in 99 years.
Do you have anything else for the conspiracy, feminists? And do you have any other one that you really want to get into?
I'm bringing my one buddy on. He's a drug dealer, and I want him to come on and spit some game about fucking the dangers of that reality.
So he's a current drug dealer.
Career criminal, and I'm getting him on. He's agreed. We're gonna change his voice a little bit, and that'll be an interesting one. And
why?
I think our community kind of needs that though.
And it'll be good, because this guy's been through it since he was like 16, So he's still in the game, and fucking it is what it is. And I think that'll be a really good one. Yeah. Because the street takes fucking. I'm sure all of us know somebody that got killed, or a friend of ours, family member that got killed.
It's pretty crazy because that doesn't majority of the population or world or say North America, that doesn't happen.
Oh no, it's a big thing in a Punjabi community. Yeah, it's within our community.
Anybody in a Punjabi community, you guys could saw somebody out there. You're watching this. Somebody in your family or a friend of a friend or someone has died from gang violence or something.
100%, man.
But then it's sad too because a lot of the kids that are involved, you ask why are you involved? You have everything.
I mean, I'm sure nobody's life's easy in the sense that
But then I think it relates back to what was happening at home while you were growing up too, right?
In essence, I know guys from great families who fucking went down the path, and they got nothing but love, but they just made that choice, and then they made that choice, and unfortunately, it is what it is, and no disrespect, but I still have plenty of close friends that are kind of involved, but I mean, eventually you're either gonna get caught, go to jail, or you're gonna die, man. Yeah. There's really no two ways around it, right?
Do you think at a certain point, when you get past a certain age of that, do you accept it?
What, that you're gonna die or go to jail?
Or do you think you're invincible still?
I think when you're young, you think you're invincible.
Mm-hmm. I think as you get
extra, older, yeah. Because the older guy. Oh, thanks, man. The older guys I know that are still involved, they're not really trying to be heedy anymore. They're not trying to be gangsters. They're not trying to fucking show out anymore.
They probably regret that they're involved in that.
Yeah, they're more just I'm trying to make money, and they're trying to stay low key. But this is the point that you've already been on the radar for so long that the cops are starting to fucking catch up to you, right?
Yeah.
So it's
a sad lifestyle.
I suppose, and I don't really understand what's gonna make it better. Are you guys gonna go to the movie Monster or whatever?
I want to go.
The tickets are sold out.
They're gonna release
another show.
They're gonna release another one. Like I told Injur, man, I'm like, fuck, man, you better give me tickets or there's gonna be some fucking problems. Huh?
I want to see a real monster movie.
I wonder how it's gonna turn out.
I think it'll be decent. Like
the trailer was not
bad.
The trailer
was not bad. I'd like to see what their grasp on the actual shit is, like where they got their references from.
Yeah.
Because because authenticity is gonna be probably the cornerstone of that movie.
Very true.
If you feel like it's authentic, then you're gonna fuck with it, and if you feel like these guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about, then you're
the edges of it.
Yeah, we're gonna know more than anyone else.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they're opera as well, so they obviously have some sort of insight to it. Yeah. But we'll see. Putting stuff on film is the most difficult thing, hard, right? Man. Yeah. I remember I tried to make YouTube videos at a time once, and we thought we were funny as fuck, but to put it onto the camera with the editing and the cuts and this and that, and how to piece everything together, that's an art form in itself. Those skills are hard. That's a skill in itself, man. And that's why you gotta respect the fucking Just Rains of the world and fucking those guys, man.
AKs, yeah.
And even Lily Sang.
Well,
10 years of doing
what do you think of her show? Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it.
Did you see the thing on the towel?
Yeah, you know what I think it is, man.
I honestly didn't think it was a big deal, but I don't really like it that much.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I think
it's more of like people genuinely don't like her, and I think they use it as an excuse.
100%.
Like a lot, like if say it was somebody that was like well liked, like say like a Just Rain or like AK said that.
No,
I don't think it would have been much of a problem.
AK's more down for the cause than
he's down.
Anybody. You know what I mean?
He's down.
So he could say anything he wants.
Yeah.
It 100% had to do with that Lily's on like a huge stage.
Yeah.
And when you get to that stage, people turn on you quick.
Easily.
Half of your followers that are following you don't even like you.
Yeah.
Legit. And fucking, she said the comment and towel head. I've never been called a towel head in my life. Yeah. But I suppose it's offensive.
Turby twist?
Yeah, Turby twist. I didn't think it was that bad, personally.
Yeah.
And she's like, because Jessica Alba was like, she's doing they're all doing the little Turby twist with like a fucking
for her like little kid or something.
For a little kid. Yeah. And she's like, they look all like my Punjabi friends. And and people flip the lid, but I don't know, man. I don't really judge her for that.
I think it was just an excuse to jump on her.
Yeah, I don't think people like her in general.
I just think that I think they're sellouts anyway. So
why do you think she's a sellout?
Well, yeah, why do you guys feel that way?
I think Superwoman herself, she's even transcended to a level above selling out. I think Humble sold out.
Oh, really? Humble did sell out.
I feel like Humble sold out. And the only reason I say this is because this.
But I felt Lily was always sold out, man.
Yeah, I don't know. She wasn't really down for the cause.
Humble was different.
Humble was down for the whole fucking 84 cause. Yeah. He was always pumping that at the beginning. He started with AK.
River Flow.
And AK is doing all the Punjabi, all that fucking shit. And then all of a sudden you're fucking Priyanka Chopra's fucking wedding and shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay, you're going to say I have an opportunity to grow. Don't judge me for growing. But this and that, there are certain things you can't fucking align yourself with, right? Mm-hmm. And you're aligning yourself with her.
So if you got in that position, would you?
No fucking way. And I can say that firmly today. No fucking way, man.
Yeah, because Humble started off his career rapping about
real shit.
Real
fucking,
stuff.
Yeah. And now it's okay. He worked hard, and you can't hate the hustle. He fucking stuck with his team, and just because Lily blew up, I don't think you should hate on him.
But did he just hang on to her?
It doesn't matter, though. He stuck with the team. It's the same thing with Sunny Malton and Sidhu Moosewala. Sunny Malton stuck with Big Bird. Yeah. They came up together. Sidhu Moosewala, they discovered him. Yeah. And now those guys all have some fame together. So you can't hate on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with Humble. The issue I have with Humble is that he started out with the Khalistan stuff, and now you got this big platform that you could spread awareness, even on Juggy, who's still in jail, or all these people, but they don't fucking take that initiative.
And Diljit does. He's one of the artists.
Diljit takes the fucking initiative.
Diljit does all the time.
Just Rain never took the initiative, so I still can't hate on him because he was never really about it.
He was never about it. Yeah.
He was never about it.
If he didn't like start like that, then you can't blame
exactly,
the guy.
And you can't blame the guy, right?
Like,
People try to
respect if he does, but like
the thing
and
is,
that's what AK talks about too. How like he kind of refers to like them all selling out.
And the thing was, there was a time when Humble raped Just Rain for not fucking using his platform to fucking forward the calm.
He did.
He did. That's a fucking real thing that he did. And now he's got that same position, and yet he's not doing it. He's probably influenced. They're probably like, we don't want no fucking,
because
bullshit.
It'll affect their brand, man.
Yeah.
Like, who are they gonna? They got a different niche audience now.
What's a brand though, right? Like how many? Like what's enough, right?
So
can you make a good living?
You're saying selling out? Yeah, that is selling out.
Because you can make a good enough living within your own community and maintain that, and that's it. Like, I guess. If you really want to transcend to that higher level, maybe you got to be neutral on everything. But I don't fucking know.
But do you think his views on the whole 1984 thing may have changed?
I don't think so.
No.
I just think he's not speaking about it anymore. They don't just change. These are things that you grow up with, right?
Yeah.
But you're rapping about it. That's like
he did. I remember he's talking about like.
Yeah, you don't change. That doesn't go away. But I think that it's just like you're not going to put out that content anymore.
Yeah.
And Musa, did you see that one video that people are getting a little bit riled up about? Steph London, his new track.
Yeah. What are people riled up about?
Oh fuck!
Yo, I have a question for you.
While you talk, I'll find the
Gurdas Man. Did you hear about that?
I'm not familiar, man.
Okay, well,
explain it, man. We got time.
So Gurdas Man, he said something in an interview regarding. So what was it? He said something regarding Punjabi and how
like India should have
one language and it should be Hindi.
Okay.
And then so he had a concert here in Abbotsford, and a lot of Sikhs showed up, and they were inside his show, and they were
Facebook
Live giving him the middle finger, saying that you sang in Punjabi all your life.
Yeah.
You used us in a sense, and now you're vouching for.
And what did he say back?
And he was on stage. But think about it, man. Some people show up to your show. Yeah. They're throwing up the middle finger, disrupting it. You're going to get kind of annoyed and say something.
100%, right?
Yeah, I don't think he was wrong because he just gave an opinion.
It's an emotional response.
Yeah. But the fact that he and
people are so quick to cancel out artists now, man.
You know what I mean? Like, I think you always have to separate the music from the person because people are flawed. People are going to do fucking bad shit. You know what I mean? Even I can trace it back to Conor McGregor, and I'm the big fucking Conor McGregor fan. He's done some bad shit, but I have to separate what he did for the sport of UFC from him.
His personal.
You know what I mean? Like I still love him. I named my fucking dog after Conor McGregor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, little boy.
How's the dog doing?
He's good. A year and a half. See, this is fucked up though. You're showing the mandar with the thing. Yeah. There's this guy on number 5 road, where the number 5 road Gurdwara is.
Yeah.
It was a huge fucking thing because this Hindu guy, he built a house. The doors, his front door was lining up with the number 5 road temple, the Gurdwara, and like there was a huge fucking thing. Like, but this guy didn't give a fuck. He was able to do whatever the fuck he wanted.
This is the video.
I mean, okay, like hundreds and thousands of Sikhs died fighting. Fuck, man.
That's a very sensitive topic.
It's a very sensitive topic, man. I mean, did they do it to slight us? I don't know.
It seems like it.
Kinda, right?
Yeah.
Because we got no fucking respect in that place, man. Everybody needs to get out when the fuck they can, man. Like that place is fucking done.
Punjab?
Like my dad won't even call India. He calls it fucking Hindustan. Like he will not call it India. He's like, fuck that place. Like my dad got blacklisted. Yeah. He was fucking involved in like the 84 shit, just doing whatever. And he got blacklisted from India. And then when Trudeau went last time, he was tight with one of the politicians, so he got an opportunity to fucking go out there with them again, right?
You told me this.
And fucking he got on, the media, started saying some shit, and he still like just like fuck this isn't India, this is Hindustan. Like we don't fucking belong here. Yeah. This and that. And the second he got back, blacklisted again.
But like
he don't give a fuck.
Sometimes I think about it and it's like, yo man, like we sit here and we try to vouch for people living in India, but we don't know what they go through on a daily.
100%.
So how can we sit here and be like, oh, you can't speak like this, right? he's the one living there. We all decided to leave and come here.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know, man. It's a fucking, I don't know.
It's a touchy subject.
It's fucking weird. You guys ever hear about that one Punjabi guy who's on the farm? He YouTubes his like farming techniques.
No.
They said the guy's making more money off his farming techniques.
I've heard about that.
Than,
on YouTube,
than farming itself. Like he's just some fucking
That's
dipper
crazy.
who's just telling people how to fucking beach some fucking kanak.
Yeah. So this is the other video.
Okay, so they're clowning the scene.
So this is what people are.
Okay, at the end of the day.
So she's in the song.
She's in the song. At the end of the day, man, how much have we fucking bit off of black culture?
Thank you.
Every fucking day, dude, in our fucking life. We're trying to dance like them at the club. We're trying to fuck black
How many
bitches.
brown guys say that word?
Yeah, man. How many fucking brown guys say? If you're from fucking Toronto, everyone's saying the fucking N-word.
N-word, yeah.
Out here, it's a little bit different. But, you know, there's a lot of Somalian brothers out here now, so, like, Up and are getting pretty comfortable saying the N-word out here, too, right? I mean, like, okay, they're dancing a little bit Indian, like, our community is so fucking butthurt all the fucking time, man. All the fucking
like they
time.
blew this whole. I feel like they blew this whole Gurdas Man thing out of proportion.
Gurdas Man thing, like, you know, I'm not educated enough on that scene, like, whatever. Like he said,
I think he gave his opinion.
For me, I can see both sides on that. On the Gurdas Man thing, I can see both sides.
You know, it's just that in India, we don't
like the way that the Gurdas Man thing was approached, like at the concert and shit, was wrong. But like I can see why people are upset.
You're talking about Abbotsford, man. Abbotsford's got some fucking fundamentalists out there.
That's true.
They got like fucking terrorist training camp out there, but dude, it ain't no fucking joke, man. Dude, it's not no fucking joke. That's some real shit out there, man. It's not no fucking moderate Gurdwara scene like we got in fucking Vancouver or anything like that. Ain't no fucking guys like that, man. There's some fucking real shit over there. Like, there's some fucking Ser Ladam type of guys. Cut your fucking head off type of guys. So you're talking about that. You know what I mean? So obviously there's going to be a few guys rolling up that are a little bit cheesed. But yeah, this Teflon Don thing, man, like, come on, man.
Is it like,
give it a fucking rest? Yeah. That's a huge track, man. Because
like,
that's
why can't you just look at the fact that he's doing a track with
that's the fucking Teflon Don's a decent big deal.
Yeah, 2 point something mil, like,
yeah, man, like that's a fucking crossover track. That's the first guy to fucking get in with Punjabi music, other than fucking, you know, Jay-Z and that whole thing. Yeah. But there's the first kind of modern era to get in there with that, and you're gonna fucking turn it into this cheap political point. They're dancing like Indians. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. What do you do at the club?
Funny. I'm fucking doing the Dougie. I'm fucking
do the dab.
Like grinding on these dirty whores all day, man. Oh, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about, man? I like, that's not from my culture. Yeah. Our culture is fucking anti-sex. You know? Exactly. Don't get laid. Fucking stay away from bitches. Exactly. That's not what the fuck we're doing at the club, man. What are we doing at all these fucking SFU dances, at these Kwantland dances, these fucking bullshit like that, man?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't agree with that one. With the Gurdas Man thing, I can see where people.
So what, people made a whole issue about that?
They're mocking the culture.
They're mocking.
Shit, fuck off,
man. No, what? This doesn't sit well with me. This doesn't, like.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. Yeah. You're fucking recreational outrage.
Like, no one cares. It's mostly Twitter. Like, brown Twitter is pretty toxic, man. You ever been on that shit?
I don't really fuck around. I try to, you know,
don't do it, bro.
You know,
you on there, you fucking black hole, bro. You be fighting. You want arguments? Go to Twitter, man.
The thing is, on actually tech side, you can never argue with somebody because you can't tell the tone of anyone. So like, it's tough to get your point across.
It's detrimental to your health.
They need an app where you can like
get the tone, you know, to each other. Yeah. Seriously, man, you got
social media app where you can just speak and then just let it out.
What do you feel about social media?
Social media in general, I mean, okay, obviously I'm part of the school of thought where it's like, oh, it's toxic, it's bullshit, this and that, but it can be used for a lot of good
things.
You don't have to only be looking at fucking fat fucking asses and oiled asses. You know, you can look at fucking real shit, business tips, you know, things like that, fucking motivation. Everybody needs some fucking motivation all of a sudden, though.
guess.
I mean, like,
it's kind of getting overrated.
What is this fucking world that we're living in? It's kind of
overrated.
It's so overrated.
What is this world that we're living in that everybody fucking needs motivation? And that, okay, it's Mental Health Awareness Day today, right?
Yeah.
What is all this mental health shit, man? I think fucking most of the people, some people actually have an issue, you know, they got fucking some issue and, like, you know, they need to be looked after and talk to people. But I think most of the people that are using this mental health as an excuse are just using it as a reason for their own inadequacy. I can't talk to bitches. That's because I have anxiety and shit. I can't fucking get this job because I got this mental block. And, like, I can't do this because I got that. It's a crutch. You know what I mean? I don't think fucking 90% of the shit, I don't think it's real. I don't think you actually have that issue. I think you're using it as a crutch as to why you couldn't achieve what you wanted to achieve. I don't got that 6-figure job because, you know, I'm kind of just socially awkward and I have a mental health issue. Yeah. And this narrative is fucking pushed so hard. We all got a fucking mental health issue. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Yeah. Buddy, I just spent 8-9 days in a row partying hard. Drinking everything, buddy. Fucking after that, I was depressed for 3 days. Does that mean I have depression? No. Yeah. It's fucking dookie. It's alcohol induced, man. Yeah. Substance abuse. It's fucking shit like that. But you want to put forward this narrative that it's not me. It's this fucking mental health thing. You know what I mean? It's something that I can't control. When it's bullshit, you can't control that. Yeah.
You just gotta work at it, I guess, right?
100%, man. What's your guys' fucking thoughts on that, man? You guys believe in any of this shit?
Mental health, like, I do, because, like, I do believe in it. I've seen people, like, go through it, like, pretty hard. Like,
well explain that for me, because I actually really want to understand.
Like, I've seen, like, people go through mental health. They have, like, issue. Like, there's certain people that I do see, like, on, like, Twitter and stuff like that, like, this and, like, what you're alluding to is, like, well, the way you're putting your contact, you're trying to say, like, this, like, okay, my water bottle fell down, I have a mental health issue. Yeah. Right? That's what you're trying to say. But, like, compared to, like, there's a lot of people that do have, like, mad, like, anxiety and stuff like that.
Yeah, and no, for those people, like, you know, you got to respect that. And, like, they actually got it. But I think that the oversaturation of people believing it, you're taking away from those people.
But now this is where this issue
but I think
comes
it's the deliverance that is.
This is where the issue comes up is how can you go inside that guy's mind and understand what he's feeling?
You can't. But I think a lot of this shit is self-induced. I think a lot of people give themselves problems because one time somebody told me, like, I had a little bit of a shake in my hand, right? Yeah. And, like, this, like, kind of set me off in a way that I really noticed the shake. Yeah. And, like, I sort of got everything for the next, like, 3 weeks. Like, I could fucking feel the shake in my hand. Yeah. And I was almost about to give myself that. But it's what the mind focuses on. You can give yourself anything. Yeah. You kind of get what I mean? I stopped thinking about it and it fucking went away. I'm sure I still got it. Yeah. But it's just everybody has a natural shake, but it was becoming more prominent when I was paying attention to it. And I think that's a lot of this shit. You got anxiety. Anxiety is a normal human emotion. Yeah. We're gonna feel anxious about shit, man. You know, you got a job interview, you're going on a first date with a girl, you're fucking investing in something, you're gonna have a little bit of anxiety. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that you have anxiety. That means that you have the feeling of anxiety.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But the other side of things, it's like what he said. It's like how do we know what each person's what's in the brain? Like, you can't go up to someone and be like, you don't have a mental illness.
I think most people gotta fucking sack up, man. Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a fuck, dude.
Okay, so here's a story.
We can put out that support on fucking Instagram or whatever.
Everybody can go.
So
nobody gives a fuck.
What do you think about like the younger? Because you were saying like in elementary school, like you're a little bit like softer, then like you toughen up. Like, what do you think about the kids now? Because I heard a story about like this kid that like he just started like crying and he's like, yo, like
tell the full story.
It basically got in an argument with like an older girl, and this is like a high school story I've heard from my little brother, right? Talk about it, right? And like this little kid got in an argument with the coach, right? Because you know how like the students, students coach the little ones. They got in an argument, called their hoe, right? You know, and then he started crying, right? And then he's like, Oh, because that happened.
He cried, I guess, when he realized
like he's in trouble, I guess, because a teacher
he called her hoe.
And then he's like, you reminded me of my like first dad beating my mom.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like,
so that's not no fucking, so that's some real fucking issue shit. But like, I mean, like,
so, but like, we're like,
okay, so now this kid realized he's got consequences for what he said.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now he's using, okay, well, this is why I said it.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'd say to that is, I mean, everybody got some fucking problems in their real life, Like, I come from that fucking cloth of, dads that were old school, that fucking really held it down. That, like, my mom wouldn't fucking say shit to my dad because my dad was fucking like, yo, he's holding it down.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm also from that fucking cloth where, every about 2-3 years, one of my homies is dying. Yeah. Whether it be from fucking getting shot or whatever the fuck it is. There's people, my saka mama or my saka pua la munda, he was living in our house. Fucking junkie, heroin junkie from Punjab. I mean, everybody's got fucking problems. Nobody gives a shit about my problems.
Yeah.
Everybody's got fucking problems. Everybody's got a reason to be depressed or to be anxious or to have a mental health issue. And yet, I'm fucking numb to all of this. Like, I don't understand why most people, some people who fucking really got the issue, they got the issue. But I think most people are fucking self-inducing that shit. This is life, man. Life is a fucking ugly, ugly, ugly place. It's not just about happiness.
But see, you grew up in a time where social media wasn't big.
Yeah, no,
so we grew up
when Facebook existed. Yeah,
you grew up. You're on the streets. You're playing. You get hurt. You get up, and you're back at it, right?
Yeah.
But nowadays, there's kids. I think growing up, they get hurt. They're on Instagram looking through it, and they're like, okay, I can project this onto this.
But I think they just gotta fucking come back to reality in terms of like.
And that's so hard to do, though.
The main thing is that you must understand. No matter how much fucking anybody cares, maybe your loved ones and your boys might care.
Yeah.
Everybody else doesn't give a fuck. And most of those people are happy that you got the problem. Yeah. In fact, they're happy so that they can compare their lives to yours.
And feel better about themselves.
I'm pretty good. I'm not even as bad as that. You know what I mean? So it ain't one fucking thing. Speaking of fucking trends, what's with this fucking trend that all uppity are bisexual these days?
Who said that?
Yeah, you haven't fucking seen this shit?
No. Wait, Superwoman came out and said she's bisexual.
Right? You believe that?
I'll believe it when you fucking eating a pussy. Man, I swear to God, man, the last fucking 6 chicks I've dated, man, they're all like, maybe I go the other way. I'm like, have you eaten a pussy? Yes or fucking no, because I kiss my boys on the cheek. I share a bed with my boys. I might be more fucking bisexual than you. I don't know what the fuck are you talking about, man? You're fucking bisexual? Well, for what? And all these bitches, man, they're like, maybe we're fucking bisexual. Well, yeah, fucking shut up. I'm gonna fucking pop with your fucking bisexual. Huh?
Me too, Pata.
Fucking bisexual shit, man. Buddy.
This guy fucking stood off.
Buddy, one of the last chicks I was seeing, man, I was like, I don't believe that a fucking same-sex vyah should happen in a gurdwara. In a temple or a fucking, church or anything, right? And she's like, why the fuck do you think that? And I'm like, okay, well, maybe God might love all his children. If you're gay, you're gay, no problem, whatever. Yeah. That's your life, I have some gay friends. I only have like 1 or 2 gay friends so I can make jokes about them. Yeah. But, I got a couple of gay friends and I'm like, fuck, I was like, it is what it is, whatever. But you gotta respect the fucking institution that's there. Our Sikhi religion, our religion's all about like sex to procreate. We're not even thinking about gay marriage. You know what I mean? So you can't have a fucking vyah in the fucking temple. You want to do the marriage? All power to you. Do it in a park. Do it this and that. But these people are trying to fucking they're trying to invade that scene now.
What do you feel about the guy walking in front of the girl when they're doing lama?
Well, I was at that wedding.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you guys that story after this. That's just more for the fucking joke of the scene, you know, like, and this is a place of worship, it's not a fucking fun scene, You know, it's a Gurdwara, you know, no joke.
End of the day, like,
You know, I was at this one wedding where fucking the party bus was still in the fucking Gurdwara temple and the Gurdwara parking lot, and people started popping bottles and all that. No, that's Mandi. For my brother's wedding, I made sure the alcohol didn't even enter the fucking Gurdwara.
I respect that.
And we were outside. The second we got out, buddy, I'm the first one getting tanked, man. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But we will not enter that ground with alcohol in our system. Yeah. No fucking chance, man. But this is the fucking world we're getting into where people don't even fucking give a shit anymore.
But they don't care because they don't really know about the religion anymore. They don't respect it.
And fucking Sikh is one of the fucking.
But like I don't, myself, like I don't know. Like if somebody asked me like yesterday, them like is same-sex marriage allowed in the Gurdwara, I'd be like, I don't know.
No way, man. It can't be. Like, I mean, and like, I don't hate on those people.
See, you can speak on that, right? Whereas I don't have enough knowledge.
I am gay, so
I don't have enough knowledge to say anything on that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell someone, no, you can't, and then they'd be like, why? I'd be like,
It's just, you know, in our scriptures, we're not even entertaining the idea of sex for fun.
Okay.
We have an anti-lay culture, anti-sex culture. We're supposed to have sex for fucking procreation. Yeah. You know what I mean? No lust, no nothing, like Buddy just said. Yeah. And it's kind of that's it. So if we're not even entertaining sex for lust, it's just for procreation, how are we going to accept, you know, same-sex marriages in the Gurdwara? Yeah. I believe that God, if you're gay, you're gay, no problem, whatever. That's your choice of life.
So do your like gay friends know about your opinions on this?
100%.
And how do they feel about it?
They're like, fuck, man, you got your opinion. At the end of the day, I'm still a fucking hand. Like, you know, before I was your fucking friend who was straight, before I'm your gay friend, like whatever the fuck it is, like I'm a hand, you know, like I have my opinions, and like I used to hold back on this shit, but now it's like they understand, they know what the fuck it is.
Yeah,
and like,
end of the day, it's an opinion.
I don't hate them, you know, but I don't think they should be getting married in the temple. Like that's just that's a flat out flag. And that's across the board with Hinduism, Muslim, Christianity, etc., etc. Yeah. You might believe in progressive society, but you're not going to have a gay marriage in Mecca. So I think that's just my whole fucking thing around that. Like, and I don't give a shit, you know, I mean, I've spoken to my friends so much that like we're like guaranteed one of our kids is gonna be gay, and we're gonna attend that wedding. But if it's my kid, it won't be at the Gurdwara. We'll do it at the park, you know, Stanley Park, something like that. You know, nobody's
just thought about it already.
Nobody's Rock Beach. Buddy, we're wearing suits. Nobody's wearing shoes. We got our pant legs rolled up. You know, it's nice summer day.
The destination.
Destination for what?
Is a gay kid doesn't deserve it or what?
No. Honestly, man, I know what the fucking shit I've talked, man. God might fucking, you know, bless me with a gay son. You know, so bless me with a gay son. You know, I'm gonna be very choosy about those words because I don't want my friends coming after me. But I mean, it could happen, man. And then what, right? I'm progressive enough to understand that that's a part of life, but at the end of the day, I don't think you should disrespect the institutions of religion because we're already doing that. We don't even believe in that shit.
It's like, bro, someone showing up to your house, they're not gonna disrespect you.
Exactly.
In your own home.
We're already fucking doing that. We don't follow Sikhi like at all. Yeah. You know, I'm fucking partying hard, fucking drinking, doing whatever the fuck I'm doing, man.
I'm not privileged over here.
Yeah. I'm not quite there, but like I might even be fucking worse than you guys in some sense, you know, because I got fucking grounds to make up. I got a chip on my shoulder.
Do you see yourself ever cleaning that up and like following the full Sikhi path?
I mean, eventually, like there might be a day for sure. Yeah. And like I think that partying has its dark moments, man. Like, and I can honestly say I've partied a fucking shitload, like a lot, and I've seen the dark corners of partying and doing all that. Like, there might be a day where I do turn towards Sikhi and fucking fully go on it. Yeah. But that's definitely not today. I got fucking 10 years of doing what I want.
Okay, so let's go into the other thing. What were we talking about? The guy walking in front of the girl.
I said you save it for after.
I mean,
Oh, after like
I'll
you said. Oh,
I'll explain.
Okay.
No, that's not really a story to explain after, but I'll explain the context of that whole scene after.
Okay.
It was pretty sick. That, you know what? Those are both progressive people. You know,
Because I remember it was a pretty big deal on Instagram. I think.
Yeah, both those people are quite progressive. You know, they're not really like full on fucking scene type of people. And you know, they did what they did, and they thought they'd make a mockery of the Gurdwara. And I don't like it. Singani hasde. Singani joke karde. Seriously, man, it's not a place for fucking joking around.
Oh, what time we at?
Gotta be an hour or something.
Yeah, just an hour.
I think we're good. Keep going.
Oh shit!
We got a few more off. Now, what do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys?
I don't know, man. What else? Fuck, man. What else?
What else has been new, man?
I'm just glad to be fucking back on the mic.
How does it feel?
Feels good.
It feels fucking unreal, man. You know, this is like, you know, when Joe Rogan brings the one casual guest all the time.
Conservative.
Yo, he's gonna be a returning guest for sure.
Returning guest.
He's a conservative guest.
He's a Brennan Schwab.
No, he's not even that. He's the fucking
Bert Kreischer.
No, man. Coco Diaz. He's Diaz, man.
Coco Diaz.
Joey Diaz. You know what I mean?
Talking about his stories.
And
yo, tell us a story. Like one wild story where you know how you said you've seen the darkest corners.
Okay.
What's been one of your darkest corners?
What's like something that's dark that just happened at like a party or something that like you just like
okay.
fuck. I never want to be in that position.
I'm gonna tell you something about Costa Rica.
Okay. Oh fuck. Costa
Rica is a fucking beautiful place. You know, like. And they want you to pay for sex.
Yeah.
And you know, while you're out there, you know, when in Rome, so you do. And no, I'm not gonna tell the story. The story's too fucked. I see that this story's too fucked.
He's like,
I will not. He was about to say it. I will not tell the story.
He's like, nah.
Well, like, okay, what can I tell about, you know? Okay,
give us a little bit.
I'll speak about bitches in general.
Okay,
man. Like,
that's your biggest.
Okay, what do you think about people saying like bitches should not be a term anymore?
Yeah, bitches should not be what?
Like a term, like it's not nice to say.
Man, like okay, if you're if you're a woman, you will not be offended by the term bitches. If you're a bitch, you will be offended. Bitches are fucking different, man. A woman, a female, she's held at a higher caliber. Right? You know? A bitch is a bitch. Nah, she don't fucking respect herself. You think I'm gonna respect her? Now, okay, there's one girl. You know, and you know, this girl might have been the one at one time, but her last name, she was the same last name as me. You know,
that's a big deal.
That's so
like, you know, like I was like, okay, from day one, I knew. I'm like, okay, this is not gonna work out. She was from the other side though. She's from fucking Dawab. I'm from fucking Amritsar. Like, you know, it's you know, so like there's a little bit of incest, but it's not like that much. Maybe they were fake jats. I don't know.
That's a big
thing.
We're not gonna deal with that right now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You fuck the caste system. If you're on the wrong side of it, right? But anyway, she had the same last name as me, right? And fucking, so like I knew this isn't gonna fucking work out too long. I have to fucking
quote that, man.
And so fucking like me and her, like we pounded for a long fucking time, like probably like a good like 3 months, and then like we did like a fucking maybe like 8-month break, and then we started pounding again for like fucking another 4 or 5 months. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I'm getting too comfortable in this. I don't want to continue doing this, right? And then she fucking flipping out on me. She's like, you're a fucking douche. What the fuck is wrong with you? Who the fuck would ever even want to be with you? I was like, well, first and foremost, you wanted to continue being with me. I mean, even though your last name is the same, fucking bitch. No, but shout out to her. I mean, like, you know, she was a fucking real one. She kind of held it down. She understood what it was, but... You know, like
the same last name.
It's just the same last name. Like, I mean, again, your last name was something else. Your last name Gurewal, fucking Gill, Sandhu, Sidhu, Bains, even Bains. You know, like could have been the one, but like you know, you got the same fucking last name as me. You know, I might continue pounding because it's available. Yeah. But that's it, man.
Damn.
That's it, dude. I mean, we got nothing else to talk about, and then I remember. I kind of canned the scene, and she being such a fucking good thing to me. Yeah.
Did you feel bad? Or you like kind of like?
Well, I mean, I felt a little bit bad, but like, well, what the fuck do you want, man? I was like, you know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I'm having a fucking fiat with Rendella and Rendella? No. Ida nahi hunda. Yeah, straight up.
No good.
But yeah, man, that was a good time. That was a good period in my life, and since then I've just been Kali, man.
Yeah, are brown girls your favorite?
Fuck, brown girls are what I have, dealt with on a fucking.
So you'd only marry a brown girl?
Fuck, I'd love to marry a goatee,
Yeah.
blonde, blue eyes.
Would your parents love that?
Cindy. Elizabeth. Well, my dad be fucking choked, man. My mom would be choked, but she a fucking hot goodie.
Yeah.
Your dad would be like, does she have a mom?
You can't fucking hate on this guy, man. You got fucking goodie and shit. All the auntie I hate, but the fucking
the dad's like,
no, but I think like goatee still like we still considered white people a step above. So like it's still like we can handle that scene, right? I think, but most likely I'll end up with an uppity.
Yeah.
There's fucking chicks in my DM all the time right now, but they're just not my type. So
what's your type?
My type is
You said it is.
Oh yeah. But like, what's not your type?
I won't say what's not my type because some of the fans might not be my type, and I don't want to alienate anybody. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to. I don't want to do that to them.
Cause you gotta, like the.
I gotta
get groupie love,
like
right? Groupie love.
The groupie love. Oh fuck, that's a good story, man.
Yeah, I remember.
The groupie love, man. Fucking, I have been fucking blessed to slam 3 chicks from the podcast.
3?
3.
That was 1 last time.
3 from the podcast. 1 was local in Vancouver.
Yeah.
She's got a couple screws loose and didn't work out.
Yeah.
But I pounded her, and fucking, it was a good time, and that's directly as a result of the podcast. When I went to Toronto, I was there for the Raptors playoffs.
Yeah.
There was this one chick, fucking, she's messaging me, and like I'm like, yeah, fucking come through. She comes through around 3:34 in the morning after game. I think it was game 5.
Okay.
And then she came over. This bitch was whack, man, like so bad. Like, you couldn't even fucking believe it, man. Yeah. And, like, I was like, fuck, what the fuck? And now she's in my fucking hotel room. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude.
What do I do?
Whatever. I let her give me top. And, we talked for a little while and fucking shit like that. And she's like, yeah, I'm a big fan of the podcast. I love it and shit. And then the fucking 2-3 days after, I found another one near downtown Toronto. And, we ended up slamming. But she's a girl that I actually still keep in contact with it. And she's actually super cool, man. Very nice. But, like, that's the fucking beauty of, like, I've seen the glimpse of fame just in that, like, small sector. Like, sure, I'm not getting the fucking 10 out of 10. It's like fucking this and that. But, like, 3 chicks strictly from fame. Yeah. At such a small scale, you know what I mean? Like, my fame is shit.
Does that drive you?
Huh?
Does that make you want more fame?
Nah, I don't think so, man. No. It's fucking all empty on the inside, man.
End of the day, yeah.
Nah, I don't think it makes you drive any longer. What drives me is that I enjoy having a voice. You know what I mean? I enjoy being out there. And while, like, the masses might know me, all the influencers know us. You know what I mean? And that's kind of a beautiful thing.
So, do like a lot of your close friends agree with a lot of the stuff you say?
Let's
just say, for instance, Jason.
I would say Jason does agree with a lot of the stuff I say, but sometimes I'm a little bit outlandish that I don't really represent what he's saying. But I think a lot of men in general, and not even men, I think a lot of females in general too, man. They agree with what the fuck we're saying, but there's a little bit too much of a narrative. Where it's like, if you're not agreeing with one side, you're against us. Where it doesn't even have to be that. Where it could be you might agree with something else, but that doesn't mean I'm against you. Yeah. And I think that's what people are very eager to turn it on to. Yeah. I don't want fucking chick, man. She's like, oh, fucking Bundy keep fucking touching our backs as they walk by and shit. Like, she posted this in an Instagram story, right? And she's like, oh, like, fuck. Hey, she's like, guys are trying to fucking, grab her ass and shit. I'm like, how low is the hand? Is it like upper back, or is it like on the ass and moving you, right?
That's a good question.
And she fucking flipped out. She's like, that's a fucking really weird thing to say.
Kind of weird.
She that's a fucking weird thing to say. I'm like, what is this, upper back, or is this like on the ass?
Yeah.
And she that's a fucking weird thing to say. Blocked me since then.
Okay, but like, why didn't you just answer the question?
Didn't answer a fucking question, man. Beam me out. Because they don't want to fucking know,
so
man.
The problem is, these guys post all this stuff. Now I kind of know where you're trying to get at. They post all this stuff. They act like this. Everybody falls there. They see it. They roll their eyes at it. They're like, whatever. This girl's posting some shit again. You question it, and there's no response.
Exactly, man. Because nobody wants to get in that fucking shit.
But even if, like, I'm wrong, I'm just questioning you to learn more.
100%.
I'm not here to be a hero. I'm not here to, like, try to make you feel like you're less than me. I'm just asking a question.
You know, sometimes I'm there to make you feel less than me. Because these bitches are. No, I'm kidding. The ones who are really holding it down, shout out all the ones that are really holding it down. But seriously, though, like, it's just nobody wants to deal with anything that's against their viewpoint. And that's what fucking pisses me off about this whole fucking culture. That's what's fucking bringing me here at this point. That I don't give a fuck, like, anymore. Like, it's stupid. Your fucking culture is bakwas, dude. Like, you guys are fucking living in a society where you're walking on eggshells. Yeah. It's not no fucking real shit. People aren't telling you actually what they want to hear. People are telling you what they think you want to hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all it is, man. Repost your stuff, repost this.
Yeah. And fucking support me, support
oh,
this,
man,
that.
the support. It's support,
and it's just
man.
like,
Fuck your support, man.
Like,
fuck your support.
That's what.
That stuff's kind of annoying, man.
Like, when, like, you see
somebody starts liking your pictures when they want you to support them.
You get comments, you start getting messages.
All of a sudden, someone's liking your pictures when they're releasing something.
Comments.
So again, man, like
it's
I said,
like, what are you really supporting us for then? Just for a like, just for a repost?
Yeah. Seriously,
like,
and
if you don't actually support us,
it happens to us a lot.
Oh, 100%, bro. I've been there, man.
I find that annoying, man.
I'm with you guys, and you guys are even fucking bigger than us, so like you guys might see it more. That this whole culture is built upon this fucking fake janky ass shit. It's not like anything real. Like, none of these people are, not none of these people. Most of these people are not real. They're not actually there to just put their shit out and fucking this. It's, what can you do for me? Can you help me out? And if you can't help me out, you're neglected. If you can't help me out, I'm gonna suck your dick, figuratively. Yeah. Maybe literally. I wish literally, but no, not too much.
That's right. You're right. Like, that's what it is, man.
100%, man.
Oh, is one person I want to get a shout out to you? Kids Take Over.
Kids Take Over.
Like, they interview like Murder Beats and stuff like the kid Arshawn.
I don't know.
So I just want to shout him out. Like, he's in Atlanta right now. He's doing some
pretty
good shit. I don't know if he's opera. I think
he's like
Muslim,
Indian?
Pakistani. Yeah, but
No.
he's doing some, like, he was just asking Gary Vee a question today on, like,
oh, is that the thing? Yeah. No. I actually noticed this one guy, like, you know, sucking his dick. He's like, oh my god, he got to ask Gary Vee a question. He's like, you gotta just go for it. You don't want to know what the fuck you're wasting your time for. You know, this is it.
The Kids Take Over thing.
Yeah, what was he doing?
You got lots of time, buddy. You got lots of
time. Like, I was at that festival that, like, Jade's at.
Okay.
And, like, they were just talking to. I like his page.
No.
But yeah. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Let's go, man. What a fucking... Honestly, man, I'm so happy that I'm here. And hopefully I can get some podcasts out of my own now. I'm calling everybody fucking out right now, man. You want to be on?
You can come on our podcast.
See, that's the fucking thing is, like, you know, when we had the Rap Gods thing, people were lining up, man. They're let us on.
Because they want to talk about hip hop.
It's because you were branding them.
Yeah. But they were like, let us on. We want to get on. As soon as I started this shit, man, I am fucking here to Pete, man. It's just now, since I fucking changed the whole thing, like, it just...
Well, before we're doing it out of our house, people are like, oh, like, what the fuck? Like, why do I want to go? Now, all of a sudden, this shows up,
and a beautiful setup,
you guys all want to come on the podcast now.
Yeah, no. I was horny. I was horny, for sure.
No, but you guys remember when we started off, man, Randy?
Oh, yeah. No,
these guys are like sixth episode.
This is OG shit. OG shit.
We had a fucking debate about the top hip-hop people. It was getting heated.
We gotta get another haters ball going, though.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get some of those people in the community out.
Yeah, there's the fucking Toronto boys, man. Get over
here. I heard y'all didn't let my boy Randy on, man. What's up with that?
No, that's not good. It was playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of which, actually, we'll get one more thing in. You know, all these fucking Punjabi Instagram models, whatever the fuck they are, the Jyoti Ks of the world. You You know what I mean? They're like fucking. They're posting these slutty ass pictures. Mummy out, ass out.
Who you're referring to?
You know, I don't wanna take nobody by a name.
You said Jyoti K.
I said Jyoti K. But like, I don't want to.
I fuck with Jyoti. She supports us.
She got hot. You know,
she supports us. So like, I'm gonna stay out of this one.
I fuck with her too. But all I'm saying is, you know, they be fucking putting people on blast on their fucking Instagram stories.
Oh, GS Hundo?
Not GS Hundo, but just Bundy in general. They be putting them on blast for fucking trying to DM. You got your fucking gutsy out. You got your fucking ass out. Like, what the fuck's a guy supposed to say, man? 90% of your fucking following is fucking students from India and shit. Oh, what a nice. Oh, wow. Will you marry me? Fucking the tongue face with the fucking squirt signs and shit. Man, like, what the fuck do you think? Who's your fucking fan base? What, you think we give a fuck about what you have to say? We're following you because you show your fucking tits, ma. That's it. That's it. You got nothing to say. You got no fucking talent. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
That's the one.
The fuck out of here with that.
We are the biggest podcast and we are out.
Fucking Randy Rendell with the power hour. I don't give a fuck.